Hey guys, this was good. This was really good. He just wrapped it up a couple of minutes ago. This is Jordy doing a parody of Jeffree Star's meltdown from earlier this week. Some of you that follow me um, watched my coverage of it, and a lot of you had comments about that. Um, so Jordy does this great parody, and he even has a blonde wig on. This is so good, you guys. What's wrong? What's wrong, Jeffrey? He's waiting for his people to jump on.
Heard a lot of you got something to say. We're gonna address it.
Okay.
Apparently, a lot of you got a whole lot of fucking mouth.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna talk about this in just a second.
Alright, our mouth.
So, I don't really know how I want to start this off, but what I would like to say is, okay, listen. As a man who wears makeup, how are you going to tell me what I can and can't say on TikTok? That's really the main question that I have.
Does that matter as hell?
So,
How does that matter?
we're going to be cleaning some brushes. We're going to be talking about some things. And, yeah. We're just going to go for there. So, let's start off with talking about, I don't know, the election. Let's talk about the election. So, do you all really think that Joe Biden won the election? Sleepy Grandpa Joe, that old man in diapers, do you really think that he won the election? I mean, I'm not saying what I think. I just am curious about what you all think. I mean, he didn't win the election, you guys. He didn't. There's no way. People were all sorts of mad after all that weird virus stuff that went on like 4 years ago over from China. A whole bunch of billionaires were coming out saying a whole lot of weird stuff. And then what happens? Sleepy Joe Biden gets into office. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Yeah, you know what Jeffrey left out was the Rose Garden massacre. He left out the part that, like, when he was doing it was like some sort of ceremony for Amy, what's her name? The new judge for the Supreme Court. Amy something. I can't remember her name now. But she basically brought her whole family to this ceremony, and she had recently had COVID. And so her kids were still carriers. And several people, including Trump, got COVID at the Rose Garden massacre. And then shortly after that, he had a debate with Biden in which he had to spend a lot of time behind closed doors with Chris Christie. And he gave COVID to Chris Christie. And Chris Christie ended up on a ventilator, I think. Like, it was bad. He had a really bad case. And that's why That's one of the reasons he's so mad at Trump right now, is because Trump nearly killed him because of his stupidity. And, you know, we didn't have the vaccine yet because this is 2020, but we were practicing mask usage, right? Except they weren't, because they're like, no, no, we need everybody to see each other's faces during a pandemic. That's how it needed to go, right? So, one of the reasons he lost that election so severely is because there are a lot of voters who were actually concerned that they were going to die from COVID, and didn't like the way he was handling it, despite the fact that he did actually get the federal package necessary to invest in the research for the vaccination. He was out there telling everybody to not wear masks, to go back to school, to go out and start eating at restaurants again, and especially old people. He really wanted old people to sacrifice themselves in the early days of the pandemic. This is such a disaster, you guys.
And on the topic of billionaires, if we're talking about billionaires, I know some billionaires. I'm actually almost a billionaire, but I'm not a billionaire, so I can talk about billionaires in a disparaging way because I'm not a billionaire. You see how that works? So, let's talk about this little island thing that everybody's been talking about lately. The island, about, people going out and the flight logs and all these people doing stuff. And question for me is, a lot of people visited that island. They did.
Yeah.
A lot of people visited that island. But there were only some people that were doing some bad stuff. Because I know some people that went to that island. Yes, I do. I knew some people that went to that island. And I'll tell you what. My old manager for Blood on the Dance Floor, really good guy. Really good guy. I worked with a lot of really good guys in Blood on the Dance Floor. Davi Vanity, very misunderstood, very painted in a negative light by the media. He was.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, my old manager for Blood on the Dance Floor went to that island. He did. And it was a business lunch.
That's right.
It was a business lunch, you guys. I know that some of you can't relate to that because a lot of y'all don't have jobs and you just sit on TikTok all day. You do. But everybody is giving him shit because he went out to that island for a business lunch. He wasn't diddling no kids. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we have people like...
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Oh my gosh.
What'd you do? Jordy, you got a green screen behind you. You should have like a space background with like the moon, that it's only half of the moon because like half of the moon doesn't exist, right? According to Jeffrey.
Jordy breaking character. I'll tell you what though. Business lunches were occurring on that island. Yes, they were. I did not go to the island, but I had friends that went to that island. I was in close cahoots with a lot of people that went to that island. And I'm telling you what, not everything that went on that island was bad. The media wants you to believe that as soon as you got there, everybody was... No. Business lunches were taking place on that island. Yes, they were. Me and Davi Vanity, we went out there one time. We had a business lunch together before he was incarcerated. Yes, we did. I had a chicken Caesar salad. I remember it. And on the topic of food, y'all, how about we talk about some food? Okay?
Uh-oh.
How about we talk about some food? Let's go ahead. Let's talk about some food. So I just want y'all to know that the food that you guys eat, you know, when you go to the grocery store and you go out and you have, I don't know, a steak or some chicken or, you know, whatever all it is that you guys put in your bodies anymore. I mean, I only eat yak. My diet is 100% yak, so this doesn't really apply to me. But
Can't even with you.
all of you going to the grocery store and buying all that food, you know it's not real, right?
No.
I mean, you don't seriously think that going to the supermarket, buying food, making it, and then putting it into your body, that's real,
No, it's not real.
right? You know that it's all genetically modified. That steak that you're eating, it never came from a cow. It didn't even come from
Genetically engineered is what he said.
anything related to a cow. It was all made in a lab. On the moon. Which, by the way, the moon isn't real. But we'll get to that. Yeah. So, I was having a dinner with some of my family members recently. And they all had went to the supermarket. I don't go to the supermarket unless it's to cosplay as a low-income wage worker. So I don't ever go to the supermarket, so I wouldn't know these things. But they were there buying a whole lot of stuff. And when they bought goldfish, I thought to myself, okay, goldfish aren't that bad. Goldfish really aren't that bad. What? There's like 4 ingredients in goldfish, like what? Cheese, milk, salt. Is there anything else that anyone can think of? I'm pretty sure it's just cheese, milk, and salt. Those 4 ingredients. So, I go ahead and I looked at the label. I did. I went ahead and looked at the label, fully expecting to see cheese, salt, and milk, and maybe one other thing. Who knows? Went ahead and picked up some goldfish at the local supermarket here in Casper, Wyoming.
Oh my God.
Okay? Ingredients. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from soy, sugar, and canola in this product come from genetically modified crops.
Oh,
Y'all,
my
your
goodness.
fucking food isn't even real.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So really, you're going to go there and tell me, America, that in your supermarkets, when I walk into your supermarkets, even though I don't shop at supermarkets, but when I walk into your supermarkets and buy a goddamn bag of goldfish, this ain't even real. Not even real. So what? What is this? What is this? Genetically modified. What does this even mean? So this was made by a computer. This was 3D printed, and I'm supposed to eat this and put it in my body, and it's supposed to nourish me? No. I'm eating yak meat. Fake cheese. You're absolutely right.
Well, you know, his yaks are raised on grass and alfalfa, so he knows that they're safe to eat because they have yellow fat, Jordy. They have yellow fat. So, unlike the kind of beef that we buy in the store that has white fat, he says that's unnatural. And his yak meat, dude, it's game meat for fuck's sake. It's fucking game meat. It's so weird.
It's insane, y'all. It's insane. My yaks, they eat grass and they drink water. That's it. That food that you guys are getting at the supermarket, when you see fat, and that's white fat, that's supposed to be yellow, baby. That's supposed to be yellow. And, you know, I know a lot of you in the chat are thinking, oh, how can you raise those yaks, and how can you pet them, and how can they be your babies, and then you slaughter them, and you eat them? Bitch, I eat what I raise. At least I know where my food comes from. Do you know where your food comes from? Genetically modified. My ass. I'm telling y'all, TikTok's gonna take me down for this. TikTok is gonna take me down for this. They are. But you know what? I'm just having a conversation right now. I'm having a conversation. Since when do people don't respect one another? You know what I mean? People don't respect each other nowadays. I swear, it's just all, I don't like what you have to say, so I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. When did that shit start? I come from a time period when people listened to each other on MySpace. You sent a message to someone on MySpace, you read that message. You didn't ignore them just because you didn't like what they had to say. Bullshit. MySpace. Wish we could go back to that. Honestly, TikTok's great and everything, but I really wish I wouldn't have to use an app like this. I wish we could all just go back to MySpace. Honestly. But, it's just the simple fact that people aren't allowed to say what they think anymore.
That's right.
Princess Meghan, Elsa, shut the fuck up. I'm blocking you. I mean, really, people can't come online and say what they want anymore. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You go online, you say something that someone doesn't agree with, and they shut you out. It's absolutely insanity. Miss QAF chick, get the hell out of my chat. You're blocked. So, I mean, really, people aren't allowed to have conversations anymore.
That's right. You guys gotta be free thinkers, right? That's what he said. Why don't we allow for free thinking anymore?
And, I'll probably get taken down for this and everything. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch any of those networks that are paid for and funded by billionaires. Are you kidding me? They make up the news and then they tell you that. Why would I watch that shit? It's all genetically modified. I'm not going to watch genetically modified news. You know where I get my news?
TikTok.
You know where I get my news?
TikTok.
TikTok. I go on TikTok. I do. I scroll and I look at the videos and I swipe up and I watch the next video and I swipe along. People are spitting the truth here on TikTok, y'all. It's starting a revolution. It is. If you haven't noticed by now, there's a revolution going on TikTok. And thank goodness it is, because all these other apps, all this Twitter, all this Facebook, all this other stuff, they're not giving you the truth. They're all bought by billionaires.
Oh.
Hell, one of the major social media platforms that everybody's using is ran by the richest man on earth. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So really, y'all, you should be putting all your stock and all your faith into this Chinese company TikTok. You should. Yeah. It got my endorsement. It is Jeffree Star approved. Yes, it is. And that's why they won't take me down. That's why I'm allowed to come on TikTok and I'm allowed to say whatever I want. That is.
That's all right.
Ripped pantyhose. Thank you for the galaxy. Donald Trump? You want to talk about Donald Trump? He's the only one that can't be bought. He's the only one that can't be bought. Yep. And that's why they're afraid of him. Because all these other people that have came into office the last 100 years, they're all bought by billionaires. They're all bought by billionaires. Donald Trump is the only one who can't be bought. And that terrifies people. Because he's allowed to go in there and he's allowed to say a lot of the things that I'm saying right now. And you know what? The billionaires don't like that. They don't like that one bit. No, they don't.
You cleaning your brushes.
Where's your Red Bull? I stopped drinking those. They're genetically modified. You want your free lip gloss and a palette? Well, go ahead and go over to my website and buy one, baby. Go ahead. Go on over to Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I didn't get a handout. I'm self-made, baby. You think that I got here by getting handouts and having everything given to me for free? No. Why should I be giving you a free palette? You can go over to JeffreeStarCosmetics.com, buy a yak plushie, a candle, and whatever the hell else you want. You think I got here today? Do you think I'm as successful as I am? Getting free handouts and everything? Do you think I'm as mentally stable and as successful and sound-minded by getting free handouts and shit from people? No, I didn't. I worked my way up. I worked my ass off. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Sleeping in my fucking car, working at the local mall, worked my way up from Sephora.
He didn't fucking sleep in his car. The dude grew up in Orange County. His family is from Orange County, California, Jordy. That's like, he's probably from North Orange County as well. And so working at like the Beverly Center, which is probably where he was working, at the Mac counter, is probably like a 30-minute commute. It's not that, like, his story is so fucking embellished. I don't even know what to tell you, because like most of us in Southern California have done over an hour commute to do certain jobs and stuff. And that motherfucker, he was probably like in North Orange County, commuting from his family's house to the Beverly Center to work at that Mac counter and try and get himself established. I literally did the same thing probably 10 years before him, and worked in a couple of salons in Beverly Hills to try and, get myself started up. And it just, the commute just became too unbearable for me. But I tried it out. Like, the first one was a Persian salon that was in Beverly Hills, and the second one was a Carlton Bel Air. And I started, it was to be on your feet all day and then drive cramped up for, a couple hours because it's traffic and all that bullshit. You get out of your car and you're like crawling because you can't even walk anymore. You're in so much pain at that point that you were like, I was crawling up to my bedroom to go to sleep. I couldn't even have dinner. I was just like done, and that's why I couldn't keep either of those jobs, because the commute was just unbearable. So I had to find jobs down here in South OC, because I couldn't handle the commute. Like, you can't be on your feet all day like that. And but his commute was not as bad. I don't believe for a second that if he was living in his car, that was by choice. Because he grew up in Orange County, he had family in Orange County. There's no reason that he needed to be sleeping in his car in like the Hollywood area, the Beverly Hills area. It would have had to have been Hollywood, because if he was trying to sleep in his car in Beverly Hills, he would have been fined, towed, something. So he would have had to park somewhere in Hollywood over like the homeless encampments that are near the freeway. But I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, because his family lived close enough to his work location that he could have been going home every night. Like, I don't understand this story at all.
I worked at Sephora. Yep. Yes, I did. I've been a makeup artist since I was 12. 12. Been having conversations like this on the internet since 2004. 20 years, baby. 20 years I've been having these conversations on here.
No, actually he said 21. He said it was 21 years. So that would be 2002 because we are now in 2024. It would have been 2002.
Mm-hmm. 2004. Back when shit made sense. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all. The swine flu, H1N1, all this other... Mm-hmm.
He doesn't remember.
I'm telling y'all. And do you really think that the coronavirus happening in 2019 was a coincidence? I mean, really think about it, for example. What's the name of the coronavirus? COVID-19. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what year did it happen in? 2019. Boom. Boom, bitch. Mm-hmm. Y'all thought that got past me? Nothing gets past me. You cross me, I cut your head off like a snake. Trisha Paytas. Mm-hmm. Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my God.
They thought that would get right past us. I know. Birds aren't real. They're genetically modified. Like everything in the ocean. Y'all ever wonder why the ocean's so fucking big? So they can hide all that stuff in there.
Yeah,
Oh, and don't get me started on Antarctica. No. Listen, baby, I've been to 150 countries. 150 countries. Antarctica being one of them. You know what they're doing on Antarctica?
What are they doing?
Do you really want to know what they're doing on Antarctica? Because not a lot of people go there. It's actually a very difficult place to get to. Oh, some shady shit's going on in Antarctica. Yes, it is. They're not feeding yaks grass and eating them there like a very normal person. They're not. Whole lot of shady shit going down.
What does yak even taste like? I mean, there's a lot of gamey meat out there that I can't eat. Like, for instance, I can't even eat duck. I can't even fucking eat duck, you guys. I can't imagine how gamey yak must taste.
There. Aliens. You see what? The aliens at the Miami Mall, that shit was all just to distract you all. And you all bought it too. Aliens at the Miami Mall. Meanwhile, they're putting fucking venom in your food. Absolutely insane. You think if there was a fucking alien, it would be walking around at the Miami Mall, walking into Hollister and Abercrombie? Are y'all stupid? Wake up. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Is the earth flat? As flat as my chest, baby. How is that tissue not in bits? These are Cartier tissues. These are made out of 18 karat gold. And they're bleached white.
Yeah.
You think I used that low Kleenex brand shit you get at Walmart that you all go to? No. Will Gypsy Rose be your new model? Y'all, the Gypsy Rose stuff is all just smoke and mirrors too. The only reason Gypsy Rose...
No, he said the Gypsy Rose stuff was real and that we needed to really pay attention to it. He did. He went the fuck off on Gypsy Rose because he does. He wants to try and get some sort of collab with Gypsy Rose, and it's fucking gross as hell. Let the woman just get out of prison and live. She literally just got released this week, and the motherfucker is trying to take advantage of her like Eugenia, because that's how he does. It's so gross.
Is in the limelight rounds to distract you all. So what? Some bitch gets out of jail. Bitches get out of jail every day. Yeah, they do. They do. And when Davi Vanity gets out, I'm telling y'all, no one's going to be saying a thing. But because it's Gypsy Rose, oh, Gypsy Rose. Y'all, they're putting venom in your fucking food. Gypsy Rose. My ass. Absolutely insane. And you know, I just want to say one more thing about that island. When I was going there on those business lunches,
Okay.
all the food I was having on those islands, it didn't have genetically modified shit in it. No. It didn't have any of that crap. Are you kidding me? All those billionaires out there, do you think that
He went to like a fucking art supplies. He went to an art supply area. Like, that's good. That's good. You've got like fucking paintbrushes. You got paintbrushes. You got a paint palette, because that is definitely not eye makeup that you've been trying to put on your face. Oh my God. This is so good, Jordy. So good.
they eat the same stuff that you do? Huh? Do you think they're putting all the same venom in their bodies that you guys are? And you know what? You know why that is, right? You know why that is.
Why?
It's because the billionaires, they want to live forever. See, TikTok doesn't want me telling you this shit.
So they're drinking baby blood and shit, right? Is that what's happening?
But I am. Can we get free lip gloss? Not today. Do you sell yak fur brushes?
That'd be pretty
Well, when I'm
cool.
done slaughtering them and eating them to put their pure holy meat into my body, I guess we could turn them into a paintbrush for you. Yes, but you're buying it. You're not getting it for free. All y'all in the chat, right? I don't care what you send me. Send $500 donations in. You're not getting a free lip gloss. You think I got to where I am today? Do you think that I'm able to sit in this isolation in rural Wyoming by myself and be as happy as I am by getting handouts my whole life? What brand brush is that? Oh, baby, I only use Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Are you kidding me? Why would I use any other? Why would I use any other? It's the best. It's the best.
It kind of looked like it said Big Five, like fucking lighters. But okay.
Okay, but what if you beat our ass? Can we get the free lip gloss? We'll see. It depends how poorly you speak about my BFF Eugenia. Because if you got something to say about Eugenia, go ahead. Come on down to my store at the Casper, Wyoming location. Get in my face. Get off your little keyboard muscles and come say what you need to say to me.
That's a goddamn paint palette. Fucking paint palette. I can't with you, Jordy. You're hilarious.
Jeffrey, can you buy me a penthouse apartment in New York City? Y'all got me all the way fucked up. Here's a winter magic. Thank you. Do we all have bones? No. You think that everything inside of you is held together by a skeleton? Or bones, as you're calling it? No. You understand? See, when people come into this world, they come in one, two ways. They come in through, a lot of people, they come in through a traditional birth. They come in through a C-section, something like that. But then I'll tell y'all what, there are a lot of people, and this just started happening recently, I would say within the last 8 years. Ever since MySpace started to go downhill, this is starting to go uphill in society. There are fake people out there that are genetically modified. They are. Mm-hmm.
Jordy, let me blow your mind. My father, who works for the Catholic Church, told me that the Virgin Mary is a virgin because she birthed Jesus through her ear. That she never broke her hymen. That's a real thing. I bet you can look that up. I'm sure you can probably look that up. But that is apparently something that high-level Catholic, like bishops and shit, are. I know I'm not exactly the best Catholic in the world, okay? But apparently that is what they are telling people, is that she was a virgin because he was born through her ear canal. Okay?
Mm-hmm. They're genetically modified. Go up to them, grab them by the wrists. It'll feel like Jello. There aren't bones in there. Genetically modified. You can't genetically modify a bone. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to start to do is when I kill my yaks, I'm taking their skeletons and I'm putting them into new people. I'm going to make my own race. I am. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating my own race of people. The Jeffree Star yak people. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing to your face? Yeah.
And we're only going to eat grass. That's the only thing we're putting in our bodies. My daughter was a test tube baby.
I think that should happen.
Yak venom. I'm so scared of you. Why? Because I'm a man that does makeup? Because I'm a man that uses makeup. Is that why you're scared of me?
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all come on here. You got a whole lot to say. But what you really could be doing is you could be coming down to my store in Casper, Wyoming and saying this to my face. But you won't.
Mm-hmm.
Will ya? But you won't.
It's a fucking like kids like paint set.
I'm just sitting here telling the truth, y'all. I'm just sitting here with some putting on. I'm just a man that wears makeup.
I can't with you, dude. It's a kids paint set, dude.
Will you give me a yak plushie if I go to your store? Ask for a handout again. I'll block you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the thing. People think that they can come in here and say whatever they want. You think you can just come into my chat, speak to me any way that you see fit? I'll block you.
That's right.
Do I need a cigarette? See, that's one of the products that they actually will tell you is venom. Is venom. Smoking that shit. I did it for years. Did it for years while touring with Blood on the Dance Floor. Did it for 15 years. Since 2008, I've been smoking cigarettes. Recently gave that up. But you know what? That's the one thing that they will tell you is bad about it, because the science is so easy. A lot of people who smoke cigarettes getting cancer. See, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it subtle. They're trying to make it so you don't pick up on it. Little things. Mm-hmm. Little things that you do when you're a child, and then later on, 20 years down the line, you get some type of disease. And it's like, well, why did this happen to me? They don't want you to know what it is. With cigarettes, it's too obvious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I had a friend, 34 years old, colon cancer. died. And you think I'm going to go to the supermarket after that? I mean, how are the two events not linked?
Yeah, he obviously was eating goldfish, right?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, baby. Y'all can come in here, say whatever the fuck you want, thinking I won't block you. I will. The fuck? Barbs. Hey, Barbs. Let me write it. Jeffrey, I love your Scorpio collection. Oh, well, thank you so much. Yes, my astrology inspired palette. Yeah. Do you guys like that? Do you want to spend money on that? All right, let's talk about the moon. Moon ain't real, bitches. Moon ain't real.
The sun ain't really.
No moon, no sun. You ever go outside? Let me ask you all this. Let me ask you all a very fair question. You ever go outside and you see the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time? Boom, bitch. See, y'all don't think like I do. I'm a free thinker. You all aren't free thinkers. I'm a free thinker. I've always been a free thinker. Jeffrey, where is Eugenia? I don't know the fuck. The ocean is flat? Baby, we been knew that. We been knew.
We've been new.
I've broken bread with people in 150 different countries. I've broken bread in Antarctica. I have worn a parka in Antarctica and broke bread with people while ice fishing. Which, by the way, the fish in Antarctica, not real. There's fish swimming down. Do you think a fish could survive in temperatures that cold? Really, think about that for a second. But any documentary you go and watch about Antarctica, fish in all the oceans. You know, little seals hopping around. You think that things can survive down there? They want you to think that things can. They can't.
Oh, you're gonna destroy that, Ross. Oh, Jordy.
Aliens have bones. Baby, the aliens are here with us. They're not out in outer space and flying saucers and the shit you see in the movies. They walk among us. You would know that if you were a free thinker like me.
You're hilarious.
You think we're alone? We're most definitely not alone. I mean, there's 1,073 people in this live alone. I had 200,000 people watching me the other night. TikTok gonna shut me down. We have so much to learn from you. It is. And you know, you're very lucky to have someone like me on this platform. Because a lot of people will come on here, they'll pussyfoot around it. They're bot bitches. That's what they are. They'll come on here, they'll say all this stuff. Oh, they're all bought by brands. They are. Me? I made my own brand. I made my own money. I don't need to be talked to. I don't need to be influenced by anyone else. I make my own opinions. Tell us about being poor, Jeffrey. I came from nothing, y'all. I came from absolutely nothing. I worked at the local mall Sephora. I did. I walked to work. You see where I am today? Now, wouldn't you think that someone with that story has a little bit of something going on? Maybe they know what they're talking about when they say the moon's not real? Think about it. I used to walk to work and work at Sephora at the local mall. And now I own a business empire of cosmetics that all you dumbasses buy.
Dude, it wasn't the local mall. He worked at like Beverly Glen or something. It was like one of the most expensive malls in LA. Um, I would like to know what this local mall is because I'm fairly certain he worked at Beverly Glen at the Mac counter, and he lived in Orange County with his family. I don't get this backstory at all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so mad at your makeup brushes? Baby, I'm cleaning them. You know, maybe you don't clean your brushes and that's why you look all crusty and everything, but those of us who do clean our brushes, they need to be cleaned every so often. Sorry you don't understand. The fuck?
They have to be cleaned every day, and he said he was doing a quick clean while he was doing this kind of bullshit. There's no such thing as a quick clean. Um, and literally, you have to clean your brushes every day, especially if you're an actual practicing esthetician, which I think he's been saying that he doesn't do applications anymore, but his brushes were so goddamn dirty that it doesn't make sense that he would say that he would say, no, I'm not applying makeup. Well, then why the fuck were all your brushes so disgusting? They were so gross, you guys. Mm-hmm.
Star Family, let's get some more likes up in here. Not enough likes. We have 500 likes. Let's get that to 1,000. Mm-hmm. What are y'all thinking right now? Double hearts, double taps, more winter magics. Okay, there we go. 522. We're up to 522 from 508. I want to see that hit 1,000. When we hit 1,000 likes, I'll tell you more about Antarctica.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Broke bread with people in 150 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. Africa, the Pacific Ocean,
Mm-hmm.
the moon. The moon's not real, but I did break bread there. I'll tell you about that at 1,000 likes. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm. Broke bread with all the penguins down there. They were genetically modified, but yes, I did break bread with them. I broke genetically modified bread with them. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Jordy.
All right, I think this one's clean.
So good. So good. What are you doing?
Y'all keep telling me to eat some goldfish. Jordy, how do the ocean waves do that? Waves are genetically modified. And when I say that ocean waves are genetically modified, they have these turbines at the bottom of the ocean that spin shit around. And when the waves come into shore, like they do, that's what makes the waves. And you know how they benefit from that? They tell you it's the moon. Because it's thinking, oh, where's this energy coming from? It's the wind turbines, but they trick you into thinking the moon's real, and they say the moon's doing it. Trust the science. I trust myself. I built myself a cosmetics empire. I trust myself. Thank you very much. The fuck?
Mm-hmm. You're not actually putting anything on.
Opinions on Jordy? Who the fuck's that?
Oh no.
How come they say don't look at the sun? Good question. Good question. Why aren't you allowed to look at the sun? Hmm? Why aren't you allowed to just go outside and look at the sun? Oh, it'll burn your eyes out. Have you ever known anyone that has gone blind from staring at the sun for too long? Think about it. Think about it. Oh, it'll damage your retina. Oh, it'll... No. You stare at the sun too long, you start to get some information that other people don't get.
Mm-hmm.
I stare at the sun for 20 minutes a day. I learn a lot from staring at the sun. Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Trump stares at the sun too. What you? Case in point. Case in point. Took him out of office. What? Because he was staring at the sun. We got some sleepy old 90-year-old man in diapers shitting himself running the country. A bot bitch.
Oh my god, he's gonna tear his throat out. Yeah, dude. Oh, you gotta take. I guess he did break one of his brushes. That was the Bobby Brown brush. His favorite brush. He says he's gonna glue it back together. Oh, are you done? Okay, I guess you're done.